through the dark water, pull me down beneath your waves. If I drown beside your silence, at least I'll know where my heart stayed. Lead me slowly through the old wounds, through the smoke of everything we lost. Don't ask me to become somebody else, I'm too tired to run anymore. Sit beside me quietly tonight. There are storms I still can't explain, but I swear I don't carry anger anymore. Show me the places that shaped you, the rooms where your lonely nights live. Tell me all the things you bury inside the shadows no one sees. Be cold as northern winter, be wild as the restless sea. Just don't disappear tomorrow, stay until the morning breeze. Morning breeze. Calm my heart beneath these heavy skies. Teach me how to live with broken things. Maybe love was never meant to save us. Maybe love just teaches us to stay. Leave the future by the window, let the cold air fill the room. There are scars inside me still unfinished, but they hurt less next to you. And if the night keeps pulling us apart, promise me one thing before it ends. Don't erase the road back home. Show me the places that shaped you, the rooms where your lonely nights lived. Tell me all the things you bury inside the shadows no one sees. Be cold as northern winter, be wild as the restless sea. Just don't disappear tomorrow, stay until the morning breeze. The morning breeze. Maybe I spent half my life searching for something impossible, only to realize it was always you. So carry me through your silence, through every fear you never said aloud. Let the whole world turn to darkness if your hands still reach for mine. And if one day we lose everything, the city lights, the dreams, the years, I'll still choose your heart in the ruins again and again. And again. Cold air pouring through the window, your boots pressed against the dashboard. Tiny town lights disappearing somewhere far behind us now. The map keeps folding on your knees, radio whispering low. And these northern roads feel endless, like they're leading somewhere sacred. We don't talk much tonight, but your hand still finds mine. Some things don't need words to feel alive. Northern lights above the highway, burning quietly through the dark. become the people these roads we're trying to find. Gas station coffee after midnight, snow collecting on old signs, your tired eyes reflecting blue from the motel vending lights. Somewhere beyond the mountains, morning slowly waits for us, and the silence in this car feels softer than before. Funny how healing sometimes sounds like this, an engine humming softly and somebody staying. Northern lights above the highway, burning quietly through the dark. And for a moment all my fears lose their grip around my heart. Maybe we were never lost, maybe we just needed time to become the people these roads we're trying to find. We spent so long searching for meaning somewhere far away, only to find it sitting quietly beside us all along. Northern lights above the highway, the whole sky opening wide, and every broken part inside me finally goes quiet tonight. The cold wind keeps moving northward, the tires keep singing below. Somewhere deep inside this darkness, I finally feel at home. I still leave your side of the bed untouched, like somehow you might come home tonight. Your sweater's still hanging near the doorway, and I can't bring myself to move it. The house feels larger without you. Every room echoes differently now, and God, I never realized silence could hurt like this. I know I caused you pain, more than I ever meant to, and if regret could undo damage, I'd spend my whole life bleeding for it. But no matter where this life takes you, no matter how far you run, there will always be a part of me still waiting for your love. 'Cause even my silence loves you, even my loneliness does. And if you ever find your way back here, you'll still be the one I choose, the one I choose. Oh, I replay old conversations like songs stuck inside my chest. All the moments I should have held you closer instead of hiding behind my pride. I was so afraid of losing you that somehow I became the reason. And now every northern winter night feels colder than before. I take back every careless word, every storm I brought into your heart. If love alone was enough to fix it, you'd already be home. But no matter where this life takes you, no matter how distant we become, there will always be a light inside me, still burning only for you. 'Cause even my silence misses you, even these empty rooms do. And every night I fall asleep, still hoping it's you beside me. You beside me. Maybe love isn't about holding on perfectly. Maybe sometimes it's learning how to carry someone gently, even after they're gone. So if you hear this someday, somewhere beneath another sky, know there's still a man back here who never stopped loving you. And every road I take at midnight, every song I try to write, still somehow leads me back to your name. Your voice, your light. Your light. You always talked while half asleep, words falling softly through the dark. Your hair across the pillow like shadows moving in candlelight. And every little thing about you started feeling permanent before I even understood what love was doing to me. I kept pretending it was nothing, just another passing feeling. But your name kept echoing inside everything. And I loved you in all my quiet ways, in every late night drive, in every song I couldn't play. In every moment I almost reached for your hand. God, I loved you more than you ever understand. You laugh with your whole body, like the world hadn't hurt you yet. And somehow just being near you made ordinary rooms feel warmer. I still remember that February, snow falling outside your apartment, while you stood there barefoot, talking about dreams at 2 a.m. And right there, something inside me broke open, like I finally realized where my heart had been going. Because I loved you in all my quiet ways, in every cigarette at midnight, every storm we tried to outrun, in every silence that somehow still felt safe. God, I loved you even when I was afraid. Maybe that's the cruel thing about love. Sometimes it grows quietly until one day it becomes too large to hide, too real to survive without saying So if I don't say it now, I never will. I loved you through every northern winter, every empty road, every fear inside myself. And if this whole world disappeared tonight, but I still got one last sentence, one last breath, one last trembling truth. I'd spend it telling you that loving you was the most beautiful thing that ever happened to me. The coffee went cold by the window again. Snow falling slow past the old porch fence. Your scarf still hanging near the kitchen chair, like part of you somehow stayed here. And these quiet nights keep getting longer. The older I get, the less I understand them. When it stayed longer than we did, that's all I really know. Some people leave so slowly, you don't even feel them go. Now every empty highway feels colder than before, and I still drive for hours with nowhere left to go. Old pine trees bending in the wind, that same small town we grew up in. The radio plays those tired songs that somehow still feel honest. And all these years later, I still catch myself looking at your side of the room first. When it stayed longer than we did, that's all I really know. Some people leave so slowly, you don't even feel them go. Now every empty highway feels colder than before, and I still drive for hours with nowhere left to go. With nowhere left to go. Maybe peace isn't happiness, maybe it's just learning how to sit alone without falling apart. When it stayed longer than we did, the snow still covers everything. Somewhere past the forest roads, the old radio still sings about love and growing older, and people turning into ghosts, while the cold northern silence becomes a thing you know most. The coffee's cold again tonight. Washing machine spinning slowly under pale fluorescent light. I A woman folding children's clothes while staring somewhere far away. Two construction workers laughing softly over burnt vending machine coffee, like exhaustion turned into friendship somewhere around midnight. And outside, the streets look almost frozen, like the whole town finally fell asleep. Saturday laundry at 1 a.m. might be the loneliest place I know. People sitting under buzzing lights, waiting for their clothes to dry. And somehow all this quiet living feels more real than anything else. Like life isn't big moments, just small rooms where people survive. An old television in the corner, playing whether nobody watches. Snowstorm warning near the coastline, cold front moving further south. A young guy reading job applications, trying not to look defeated, tapping nervous fingers slowly against a plastic chair. Funny how strangers can feel connected without saying a single word. Saturday laundry at 1 a.m. might be the loneliest place I know. People sitting under buzzing lights, waiting for their clothes to dry. And somehow all this quiet living feels more real than anything else. Like life isn't big moments, just small rooms where people survive. Maybe adulthood isn't freedom. Maybe it's learning how to carry tiredness without letting it harden you. Saturday laundry at 1 a.m. The machines keep turning slow. Outside, the northern winter hums against the dark apartment blocks. And everyone inside this room looks halfway lost and halfway healing, trying to clean something invisible before going home again. Hey cosmos, I still whisper through the dark sometimes, like the sky might answer back through radio static and northern lights. I was just a small town kid, staring upward every night, trying to understand why some stars survive the cold. And maybe I was never meant to build rockets into space. Maybe music was the only way my soul knew how to fly. So don't let my star burn out tonight. Keep a little light above me when the world gets loud and empty, and I lose my sense of direction. Lead me somewhere love still exists, somewhere hope still breathes. If the universe can hear me, let it sing back softly. Friends disappear like comets, some return as strangers. Dreams change shape over years, like constellations moving slowly. But every song inside my chest still pulls me toward the sky, like there's something out there waiting past everything I fear. And even when life drags me downward, something inside keeps looking up. So don't let my star burn out tonight. Keep a little light above me when the city turns cold around me and the silence gets too heavy. Guide me through these endless nights, through all the noise below, because somewhere in the dark I still believe there's meaning. We're all just drifting through the black, covered in invisible scars, trying to hold on to something before time pulls it away. Maybe that's why music exists, to remind lonely people that somebody else looked at the sky and felt the same thing. So if another star falls tonight, please don't let it be mine. I still have songs left inside me, still have love I haven't given. And somewhere beyond these clouds, beyond fear, beyond memory, I swear I can almost hear the universe humming softly, like it knows my name. Your sweater hanging near the hallway still smells a little like your perfume. Coffee steaming in the kitchen, cold blue morning outside the glass. You walked in half asleep beside me, wrapped your arms around my chest, and for a second all the noise inside me finally went quiet. God, you don't even realize what your presence does to me, because your love feels heavy in the best possible way, like something real enough to hold when the whole world starts shaking. And every night beside you feels warmer than it should. Baby, you don't even know how deeply I love you. There are scars you never asked about, nights I still can't fully explain, but somehow your voice in darkness makes my worst parts soften. And I know I don't say enough, I know life moves too fast, but every single day beside you still feels unreal to me. Like somehow after all this time I still get nervous when you look at me like that. Because your love feels heavy in the best possible way. Like old wooden floors beneath my feet, like fire during winter storms. And every breath beside you feels calmer in my lungs. Baby, you don't even know how deeply I love you. Maybe some people search forever for what we built accidentally. Two exhausted souls turning into home for each other. And if this whole life falls apart someday, if the money disappears, if the lights go out, if the world turns cold, I'll still find you in the dark. The same way I always do, by the sound of your breathing next to mine. And honestly, that's all I really need. There's an old river running past this town, black water moving without a sound. We used to sit there after dark, sharing cigarettes beneath the stars. Funny how time doesn't really heal, it just teaches you how to carry things. The river knows your name, even if nobody says it now. And every cold wind through the pines still brings your memory around. I don't cry like I used to, I just sit here in the dark, listening to the silence like it's talking from your heart. Grocery store still closes at 9. Your mother still asks if I'm doing alright. Small towns never really change, they just grow quieter with age. And every winter morning feels heavier somehow, like the sky itself is tired too. The river knows your name, even if nobody says it now. And every cold wind through the pines still brings your memory around. I don't cry like I used to, I just sit here in the dark, listening to the silence like it's talking from your heart. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it just changes shape, turns into weather, turns into places, turns into silence. The river knows your name, somewhere beyond the pines. And all these empty northern roads still lead me back sometimes. Not to who we were before, but to the things we couldn't save, and the quiet life that disappeared like smoke above the lake. The river keeps moving tonight. Static on the FM dial again. Rain crawling slow across the windshield. Half the towns along this highway look asleep before midnight. There's a girl at the gas station, reading paperback novels alone, under tired fluorescent lighting, like she's waiting for another life. And somewhere between these cities, I stopped trying to outrun myself. The dark outside the window started feeling honest. Somewhere between two cities tonight, the world feels smaller in the rain. Every passing neon reflection looks beautiful and strange. And maybe growing older is learning not to fight the silence, riding shotgun beside you every night. Coffee stains on old receipts, maps folded in the passenger seat, the heater barely working now. Cold air slipping through the doors, a freight train moving through the distance like a slow mechanical ghost, carrying somebody somewhere far beyond these northern roads. Funny how empty highways can make you feel less alone, like everyone out here is searching for something too. Somewhere between two cities tonight, the world feels smaller in the rain. Every passing neon reflection looks beautiful and strange. And maybe growing older is learning not to fight the silence, riding shotgun beside you every night. Maybe peace was never loud, maybe it always sounded like this. Rain on asphalt, a quiet engine, and nobody asking questions. Somewhere between two cities tonight, the dashboard softly glows, and all these distant northern lights still follow where I go. The radio fades into static, the road keeps disappearing ahead, but for the first time in a long while, my mind finally feels quiet. Rain keeps falling on the hood, somewhere after 2 a.m. There's a woman stacking oranges under fluorescent lights. Same blue sweater every winter, same tired look in her eyes. A teenage kid near the freezer aisle, dreaming about getting out. while snow boots drag melted slush across the dirty floor. And outside, the town keeps freezing slowly, like nobody here knows how to leave. The grocery store before closing time feels like the whole world's standing still. Shopping carts and tired faces trying to survive another week. And somehow in that quiet sadness, there's something honest I can't explain. Like all these strangers carry pieces of the same invisible weight. Invisible weight. A father counting loose change beside the coffee machine. An old man buying canned soup in yesterday's newspaper. The cashier says, "Have a good night," without really looking up, like she's repeated those same words 10,000 times before. Funny how ordinary places sometimes feel the most human, when life stops pretending to be beautiful. The grocery store before closing time feels like the whole world's standing still. Shopping carts and tired faces trying to survive another week. And somehow in that quiet sadness, there's something honest I can't explain. Like all these strangers carry pieces of the same invisible weight. Invisible weight. Maybe we're all just trying to make it through the winter without losing too much of ourselves. The fluorescent lights keep humming past midnight in the snow. And somewhere in this little town, people are quietly holding on. Not heroes, not broken, just human in the cold, trying to get back home. Your old jacket still hangs by the door. Dust on the sleeves now, nobody wears it anymore. Mom still waters flowers beside the kitchen light, like somehow keeping routines could keep the whole world right. And every winter evening, the silence grows so loud, like the house remembers who's missing from it now. Father's jacket still smells like winter, smoke and frozen air. Every hallway in this house still says that you were there. And I swear sometimes at night I still hear your boots on wood. Funny how losing someone can make childhood hurt so good. Childhood hurts so good. The frozen lake behind the house still cracks beneath the snow. The same old road we walked for years now feels like somewhere I don't know. I found your lighter yesterday inside the garage shelf, and realized I spent half my life trying to become someone else. But every northern sunrise still paints the windows gold, like memories refusing to ever let me go. Father's jacket still smells like winter, smoke and frozen air. Every hallway in this house still says that you were there. And I swear sometimes at night I still hear your boots on wood. Funny how losing someone can make childhood hurt so good. Make childhood hurt so good. Maybe grief is just love with nowhere left to land. Maybe growing older means finally understanding that Father's jacket still smells like winter, even after all these years. And every falling snowfall still pulls me back right here to the house beside the frozen lake, where the cold wind used to sing. And the man I never thanked enough taught me everything. The porch light still on tonight, just in case you come back home. Rainwater sliding down the motel glass, blue neon trembling on the dashboard. There's an old couple smoking outside room 12, like time forgot them here years ago. And the highway keeps breathing somewhere beyond the dark, like every passing headlight carries another story. The motel sign still glows blue tonight above these empty parking lots, and all the strangers passing through leave little ghosts behind. I sit awake with cold coffee and the radio turned low, watching reflections on wet roads with nowhere else to go. The vending machine still hums all night, tiny static filling up the silence. Somewhere a truck disappears into rain, like a ship swallowed by the ocean. Funny how loneliness feels softer sometimes when the whole world outside looks just as lost. The motel sign still glows blue tonight above these empty empty parking lines, and all the strangers passing through leave little ghosts behind. I sit awake with cold coffee and the radio turned low, watching reflections on wet roads with nowhere else to go. Maybe healing doesn't arrive suddenly. Maybe it's just these quiet moments when the world finally slows down enough for you to hear yourself again. The motel sign still glows blue tonight, while northern rain keeps falling slow. And somewhere far beyond these roads, people are learning to let go. The city lights dissolve in water, like memories losing shape. But something in this silence still asks me to stay awake. The neon flickers softly through the rain again. Someone burned the frozen pizza, smoke filling up the apartment. Your friend was dancing barefoot with a lampshade on his head. Empty bottles near the sink, Polaroids across the table. Nobody talked about the future like we somehow had forever. And the city outside kept glowing through the windows, while we laughed too loud at things I can't remember now. But I remember the feeling more than the words we said. The kitchen light above us turning gold across your hair. And for a couple hours nobody needed saving. We were just alive together, and somehow that was enough. Your little sister fell asleep, wrapped inside somebody's coat. Old songs played from tiny speakers, skipping every couple lines. The radiator kept knocking like it wanted in the conversation, and snow kept falling quietly outside the fire escape. Funny how the smallest nights end up living in your chest long after bigger moments disappear. But I remember the feeling more than the words we said. The kitchen light above us turning gold across your hair. And for a couple hours nobody needed saving. We were just alive together, and somehow that was enough. Maybe happiness was never loud. Maybe it looked exactly like this: cheap wine, warm rooms, and people forgetting time. Now everybody lives somewhere else, different cities, different lives. But sometimes late at night I still see that apartment, the flickering kitchen light, the Polaroid camera flash, and all of us laughing like the world couldn't touch us yet. Someone started singing softly right before the sunrise. We drove for hours through the frozen rain, old radio singing through the static haze. Your boots on the dashboard, silver lighter in your hand. You said the world gets colder when people stop making plans. And all those northern lights felt close enough to touch, back when we still believed the road would wait for us. But the roads we left behind still run through my mind, like headlights in the snowfall, fading out of time. I still hear your voice in every midnight storm. Some memories stay alive long after they're gone. Small gas station, coffee, steam against the glass. Your laugh filled the silence like summer trying to last. Now every empty highway feels larger than before, like something in this life closed a quiet door. And all those northern skies still hang above the dark, like photographs of people who left their shadows in our hearts. But the roads we left behind still run through my mind, like headlights in the snowfall, fading out of time. I still hear your voice in every midnight storm. Some memories stay alive long after they're gone. Maybe growing older is learning how to lose, keeping little pieces of the lives we couldn't choose. And the roads we left behind still burn beneath the snow, like quiet constellations only lonely people know. I still drive at midnight just to feel them once again, those northern lights above us and the boys you were back then. The radio kept playing long after you were gone. Above the ocean late at night, The sky was scattered, full of fire, but there was one among the stars, burning deeper than the others. And every wave beneath her light reached upward through the dark, like the sea itself had fallen. Hopelessly in love, he whispered softly across the water, don't stay so far from me. Stay with me tonight, fall into my tide. You don't have to shine alone, high above the world. If you fall, I will hold you, even if the heavens let you burn. And the ocean begged her slowly, leave the empty northern sky, leave those distant frozen lights that disappear by morning. I would calm every storm for you, silence every wave, just to feel your light beside me somewhere in my depths. But love was never safety. Love was always fire. Stay with me tonight, fall into my tide. You don't have to shine forever just to be loved. And if you fall, I will find you, even if it breaks the world apart. So she crossed the freezing darkness through the endless midnight blue, burning brighter every second, trying to reach the sea. And somewhere in that falling, she understood too late. Some hearts were made for loving, even if they cannot survive it. Now the ocean stares upward every lonely night, searching through the heavens for the star he almost touched. And every crashing wave still carries her forgotten light, because maybe love was never meant to save us from the fire. Maybe love was always the fire itself. We had $20 in a half-broken van, a map with coffee stains and no real plans. Your shoes on the dashboard, windows open wide, small town kids pretending the whole world was ours. And every gas station light felt like another beginning, back when being lost still felt exciting. exciting. We were young enough to believe anything. Every roll of golden in the summer wind, singing loud songs we barely understood, like life would somehow always stay this good. And maybe for a moment it really did. Sleeping near the coastline, wrapped inside old blankets, watching northern stars above abandoned parking lots. Your laughter through the darkness still lives somewhere in my head, like those nights were too alive to ever fully end. And every sunrise then felt larger than the world, before bills and bad news and growing older. We were young enough to believe anything. Every roll of golden in the summer wind, singing loud the songs you barely understood, like life would somehow always stay this good. And maybe for a moment it really did. Funny how the smallest nights become the ones you carry forever, not because they changed the world, but because they changed you. We were young enough to believe anything. Cheap gasoline and worn out jeans, the radio glowing through the dark like a fire inside our chests. And somewhere out there tonight, some kids are still driving nowhere, feeling exactly like we did. The engine kept humming softly beneath the northern sky. You still dance in the kitchen while the coffee slowly brews, hair falling over your shoulders, morning light wrapped around you. And I still catch myself watching like I did back then, like somehow after all these years you still undo me. Life got heavier, bills and tired eyes, long weeks, hard seasons, but somehow we survived them all. 'Cause you still feel like home to me, even after all these years. Still the first person I wanna hold when the world gets hard to carry. And every single version of me loved every version of you. God, I hope you know I still choose you over and over again. Oh, oh, oh. We've had nights full of silence, days when nothing felt easy, but your hand still finds mine, half asleep in the darkness. And somehow that small movement says more than words ever could, like love stopped being fireworks and became something stronger. choosing each other. You still feel like home to me, even after all these years. Still the face I look for first in every crowded room, and every fear inside my chest gets quieter near you. God, I hope you know I'm still hopelessly in love with you. Maybe real love isn't dramatic. Maybe it's waking up early, making coffee, paying bills, holding each other through ordinary life. And if one day our hair turns silver and these old hands start shaking, I'll still reach for you in the darkness, exactly like I do tonight. Because out of everything this life gave me, you were always the best part, and loving you still feels like the easiest thing my heart has ever done.